Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you once again for viewing into the Vita Show. I have a great show for you today. In the studio today, I have Pastor Ernest Newsom, and I think you like to be called Ernie. Why don't you tell our viewing audience a little bit who Ernie is?
Well, first of all, I'm a child of God.
Okay.
And anything else is irrelevant, actually, other than I'm married, and my wife is Nolia, and I have two children, Jacqueline and Kelvin, and all of us live in Murfreesboro.
Wow.
We moved to Murfreesboro in 1984. I came there as the chief of the chaplain service for the Veterans Administration.
Okay.
And that brought me to Murfreesboro.
So you are a vet. You're a veteran.
Oh, yes, yes, I'm a veteran. I served 23 years as an active duty and a reserve chaplain for the Marine Corps, as well as the Sixth Fleet, which is reserve, which is stationed in Atlanta.
Wow, Ernie, that fascinating. That is fascinating. And I know that you are a multifaceted man, because I wanted you to come on the show to show our viewing audience the many sides. I got to use my cheat sheet here, though, a little bit, because I wanted to put in that you are pastor of the Sudanese Presbyterian
Church in Gallatin, Tennessee.
Now, can we talk a little bit about that?
It's an amazing story, and I wish we had the time to really go into that. But I retired, Evita, from the chief of chaplain service at the VA in 1998, and I thought that after retirement, I've seen pictures of people retiring, and they are just kind of lounging on the beaches and playing golf. Not there's anything wrong with that, but I just saw that, and I said, well, that's what I will do.
Oh, okay.
I will just put on my
Bermuda shorts, and you know,
and be a beachcomber or whatever. But God had something else in store for me.
Okay.
And so these people, that is the Sudanese refugees. These are refugees from the Sudan. We've heard
about
stories.
That. Yeah, they were in the
stories.
news.
Oh, incredible stories from these people, and so they didn't have a place to worship. I didn't know them, they didn't know me, but
I was going to ask you now, how did this come about?
Well, God works in mysterious ways, as we know. And so the appeal went out, will anybody help these people find a church that they can worship? And so I immediately responded to that call. And I got a chance to know some of these people just by helping them to find a church. And I didn't know they didn't have a pastor. And so as time went on, they asked would I consider becoming their pastor. And I actually didn't have a call as far as a church or anything like that. And so it didn't take me a long time to
because God had this for you.
In store for
and like
me.
you said, that is, we probably could really talk the whole show about that, because that sounds fascinating to me. But you have another side of you. I think you said that you have been playing music since you were 14 years old. Well, and that's a side I want our viewing audience to see today, and even have a taste of, because a little later on we're going to have you do some of your music. But let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, that's an interesting story too.
Oh my goodness, okay.
After I finished high school, well, I'll take that back. I played 2 years in college.
Okay.
But after those 2 years, I decided that music was not something that God wanted me to do at that time anyway. And so I pursued other academic pursuits.
Wow.
Such as, well, I have a master's in psychology, and then I went on to get my degree in theology from Louisville. Well, let me back up a little bit. I earned my master's of psychology at Tennessee State, and then I went on to get the master's of divinity at Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary. I'm a Presbyterian.
Okay.
And then later on, I decided to go for the doctorate, which was at Chicago Theological Seminary.